Yes, we are live. DAFL action. This time, Broncos, Raiders, head to head. And unlike in this matchup, both trying to stay and keep pace in the West with the Chargers and the Broncos. I'm curious to see how this game is going to go. As we got a great matchup in store. As Zerk Warson, 24 carries, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the win last week. And now they are trying to catch up and keep pace in this hotly contested division. As we are sharing the show out. We are sharing everything out. So I can't wait to see how this one goes. And who you guys got in this one? This is a very curious matchup for me to see. And we'll find out here in just a moment. As we get this game underway. Here we go. Kickoff is ready to go. And it's a touchback. Broncos get the ball. They're out at the 25. And there's the handoff. Melvin Gordon. Couple yards on the gain. And shotgun for the Broncos. Russell Wilson back. Complete. Only gaining 3 on the play. And Westbrook out, but has to throw it away on 3rd down. Not what you want to do. And the Raiders force a punt. And they only get... You have Derek Carr leading the charge. But he has some weapons. And that backfield, Zerk Warson, a great overall back, and he throws it short. Moves it to the 33. 2nd and 5. And Warson with the carry. And that's the thing, his size. He makes it hard for him to bring down. 500 yards on the ground this year. And all the Raiders have to do here is ground and pound. And that's what they're doing right here. All right, we got 3 bunched up. Complete. Waller with the catch. And there's a carry by Warson, a huge one, but we have a flag. And that is a huge mistake by Hopkins. Oh my Lord. But it was at the end of the run, so they didn't complete again, this time down to the 44. Carr empty backfield. Incomplete. 3rd and 7, trying to quickly get it out. Shotgun. Complete, and they get the first. Down to the 36. Nice gain on the play. And the Raiders moving the chains on this opening drive, setting the tone. And here we go again. Carry by Warson. Another run up the gut, this time 4 yards. And another carry, and he's got a lot of room. Huge play right there, 1st down. And the Raiders moving the football. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Carr complete over the middle. Down to the 5. 2nd and 3, but this time they have Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Complete, touchdown Raiders! And the Raiders strike first. Nicely done. All the way, well executed drive. And there it is. The Broncos down 7 early on, but this game is a long ways from being over. As we see the Broncos welcome in everybody. Line up in a single back and they hand it off. Gordon gaining 3. And again, here come the Broncos with their own running attack. Barkley. Huge carry by Saquon Barkley. Or Barkley, my apologies. Barley. Saquon Barkley getting that huge run right there. Getting the first. And here comes Melvin Gordon again with only a 4-yard gain. Down at the 42. And Wilson back. What the heck defense was that? Russell Wilson with that huge run, but if you look, you watch that replay, there was a defender that had a shot at him, but did nothing. Watch, right there. He could have gotten away from the blocker, but he didn't. Defensive miscues like that can kill a team. All right, we've got the Wilson back. Complete. Gaining 8 on the 1st and 10, so now 2nd and 2. So it seems like after that first drive, the Broncos offense has made some adjustments. All right, handoff. And Gordon gets the first. They are at the Raiders 21. This is and there's another completion. And they take it. Gordon down in the backfield. As they make a huge play in the backfield, the Broncos still threatening at the 12. And carry up the gut by Gordon gets him down to the 8. Third and 7. And Wilson has to throw it away. Will they go for it or will they kick the field goal and take the points? I don't know, folks. They will take the points. Kick is up and good. 7-3 Raiders. And there's the kickoff. Raiders will get the ball back. Not great starting field position, but and see the shotgun complete. High traffic. Oh no, he dropped it. I thought it was caught, but no, it was dropped. Carr dropping back. He needs to get the ball off. Sacked by Pierce. Carr holding on to the ball for too long. Should have gone outside and thrown it away, but instead holds on to it and takes the sack. Third and 23. Raiders. Nice completion, but not enough. So now they will likely punt the football back to the Broncos. Since we still are late in the first. That was a huge completion, but not enough yards to get the first in this situation. So the Raiders are punting it away. Solid kick. And he falls forward to the 33. Gordon Wilson and the Broncos offense back. Let's see what happens here, folks. All right, here's the handoff. As second and inches for the Broncos here. And the Raiders stuff him short. Excellent job by the first defender to hold him in place while the rest knock him over. Great example of team tackling right there. Holding him in place until the rest of his teammates can get there and finish it. Preventing the first down. Primetime Sean Sanders, welcome in. And now 4th and 1. The Raiders defense steps up and holds. Great job by the Raiders to hold them here. And there was a sack on the play. Well, I will say the Steelers have a tough Week 8 matchup ahead of them. Because they have to play a team that is top 5 in every statistical category in the Cleveland Browns in Week 8. So they have a dogfight ahead of them. Nobody has been able to solve the Browns since they got Dak Prescott at quarterback and overhauled that team. As we see the Raiders starting deep. And Zerk Warson doing it again. Getting him down to the 15. He is a hard back to bring down. There's a reason why he was Goddess of Pain's #1 draft choice. That's why. Big, strong, fast, agile, everything you want in a back. And there's a completion by Carr. 2nd and 1. And now, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. As Zerk gets the catch, and that is another factor about him coming out of that backfield. He can block, he can catch the ball, he's an all-around back, and a hard weapon to stop. Despite the record of 2-3, the Raiders have been in every game so far. And Carr, all day, almost caught. That would have been a spectacular catch. Catch right there. I don't know about that. This is not the Browns team you're thinking about. Complete. Like. Zerk keeps going. Incomplete. And now it is 4th and 3. And the Raiders are going for it. Wow. Uh-oh, Zerk going out. And where's he going? Intercepted. Diggs with the pick. I wouldn't have gone deep. I would have gone short and gotten the first, but no. He throws it long, and excellent job getting in between the ball and the receiver and getting the interception. Turnovers, not good. Incomplete. And a handoff, but Gordon swallowed up in the backfield by Max Crosby. And complete. They get the first. Catch by Cooper Kupp. And what a grab by Cooper Kupp, a great receiver. And we see shotgun and another completion to Kupp. As we see, nice takedown on Barkley. And we see Perriman hurt. And now the Broncos at the 38 of the Raiders. And there it is. A handoff. Second and 5. Another handoff, but this time the Raiders right there. 3rd and 2 if they can get the stop and hold them to a field goal again. I don't think they're going to do it. He's got a wide open running lane. Gordon, 68 yards already. This is going to be absolutely a crazy matchup. This is absolutely the Broncos, 2nd and 3, and they get the touchdown. Excellent job, Williams, getting the TD run right there. Nicely done. As we see the Broncos take the lead 10-7. Kickoff. Raiders take the knee. They have 7 minutes, 19 seconds in the house. And Zerk Warson almost at 600 yards this season. And I think they're going to have to get the ball to him often. Play action. And again, throwing it deep into tight coverage. Jackson with the pick. Carr, for some reason, instead of just taking what the defense gives him, he is hucking the ball deep. And it has come back to bite him every single time. Broncos complete, but dropped in the backfield. Loss of 2. But folks, the story of this game is Carr throwing interceptions. As you see Wilson complete the pass behind the line, Littleton right there to make the tackle. And Denver complete. This time getting a yard. Or excuse me, 3 yards. And here comes, intercepted! And Wilson gets the tackle, but they start in great position. Desmond Trufant. Huge interception. Right when we thought the Broncos were going to pull away, the Raiders defense steps up huge and says, nah. Carr and company back out onto the field. We got ourselves a fight, folks. Carr back, complete. Gets the first. What a play right there by Jamal Edits. Welcome in. As we see a carry by Zerk Warson. As we see, shotgun by the Raiders, 3rd and 3. Complete! So it'll be 1st and goal. As we see a 1st and goal for the Raiders. Carr back. He needs to do something with the ball. And they stop Zerk. 3rd and goal at the 8. And here come the Raiders are back. 3rd and goal. They need to do something with the ball. And Carr just throws it away wisely, and they will tie this up. Kick is up and good. We are tied, folks. Hell of a drive right there by the Raiders. Kickoff. Smart play by the defense leads to a drive for points by the offense. And here come Melvin Gordon and the Broncos yet again. Shotgun. Gordon throwing it. Or no, Wilson. Kittle with the catch. Getting the first. And they don't have to be in a super big hurry, but they do have to not spend as much time. Carey. Barkley gets the first. Shotgun. As we see a flag on the play. Holding. And that is gonna push them back. They are back to the Raider 46 with the clock ticking. And complete to Kittle. Second and 12. And the Raiders trying to stop the Broncos here. Complete, but Kupp could not stay in bounds. 3rd and 5. Another completion. And they are right in that. Kupp, they are riding that connection. Wilson to Kupp. All right, here we go. Kupp again. Well, I mean, he's still eligible for trade in the DAFL, folks. If you go in the owner's box, all the owners are there, so start talking to him about trades. Week 8 is the deadline, and Wilson gets it down to the 1. And right now, the Broncos are threatening to take command of this game. Touchdown, Denver! And with a minute 27 to go, Denver takes a 6-point lead. Nobody even there to stop Melvin Gordon. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-point lead. Well, yeah, we got to see who's going to make a trade right now. The only trade that has been made is the trade between the Dolphins and the Browns. Danielle Hunter and draft picks in exchange for Nick Bosa has been the only DAFL trade so far. As we see, Raiders trying. Raiders trying to get points before the half. Screen to Zerk. And that is what you want to do. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers. Huge. Huge screenplay right there. Next up, as Carr at the 36, complete. They're probably going to have to use a timeout here. And we have 2nd and 2 at the 28. Carr, complete. They get the first. But they're going to have to hurry up. 24 seconds and counting. And Zerk gets the first. I'd be calling a timeout right here. So now they're going to have to go for the touchdown. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They're going to have to go for the touchdown. I'm not sure why they went quick pass right there. They went for a slant, and unfortunately, he drops it. You're going to take a shot at the end zone. You better throw it, Carr. Wait a minute. Touchdown, Raiders! Now we will see if Denver or challenges or the booth reviews. Let's see. Catch. Did he land both feet? And did the ball break the plane? And it looks like the booth is not going to review it. And folks, this has been a hell of a game. Body blow after body blow. Good Lord, folks. This has been an absolute crazy game. And we have 1 second left at the end of the first half. Great action here today. And they're just going to take a knee. And the Broncos and the Raiders are tied as we hit halftime. And folks, if you like what you see, definitely hit the like button, share her out, subscribe, and smash that bell icon. Also, don't forget, earlier today we did part 2 of Oblivion Wrestling Federation versus the WWE. And if you are in OWF, get your tag entrances to me. I will be spending most of this week setting up Universe Mode. We have some great games in the DAFL left, as you see on your screen, the Dolphins and the Jaguars. A battle of 4-1 teams. As we had a hell of a game in this first half. Both teams scoring 17 points. As we get ready to kick it off, the Raiders will receive. And they get the return, but not to where they want, only to the 22. Well, Steelers-Browns is week 8. This is week 6. But I'm highlighting that matchup because the Steelers are undefeated. Cleveland's lost 1 game, but they've not lost a single game since the revamp. And since they've been in top 5 in every category, as you see, the completion. So that is going to be a great game in week 8. But we have Monroe on the catch to get the Raider first down. So, and trust me when I tell you, the owner of the Browns, Mr. Flippin, has designed his team to beat the Steelers. Just one team, as we see Zerk. And again, so hard to get down. Averaging 7 yards a carry, folks. He is so difficult to bring down because of his size and power. But people forget how fast and agile he is as well. When you got a man that size that can shift on a dime, you are not going to bring him down easily. You're not. And Zerk Warson is the main reason the Raiders are in this game, and there he does it again. Getting it to the Bronco 49. And you saw his shiftiness on display right there. Look at that. Cutting back up the field and still getting the first. Not many running backs his size have that kind of change of direction. So if I'm teams that are hurting at running back, maybe I'm giving Goddess a pain the call and throwing everything at the wall to get him. Here's a nice carry, and here he goes again. 9-yard gain. Are you kidding me? Josh Jacobs doing the play action, but getting the grab out of the backfield, and another Raider first down. And that is an excellent play by the Raiders right there. I am just absolutely impressed with the heart and fight of both these teams. Neither one backing down. Almost complete. All right. A handoff. Oh, play action. And complete. Down to the 11. Excellent play right there. And I will say this, folks. Once we get the relocation stuff finished, and another completion, this time inside the 5. And a touchdown! Raiders take the lead. And remember, folks, the Bills knocked off the Chiefs. So if the Chiefs, it's tight again. Winner of this game would only be 2 games back of the leader, which is right now Kansas City. Kick is up and good, 24-17. All right, kickoff here, folks. 8:42 left in the third. Broncos get the ball back. And they have a touchback. This offense is capable of getting the touchdown deficit back to a tie. Wilson in this offense is more than capable of moving the ball. So this game is not over by a long shot. Play action. And Wilson hits Kittle, who gets it to the 42. Excellent throw and catch right there. Kittle averaging over 10 yards a catch, and you love to see that from a receiver or a tight end. If you can get that kind of average, that is one throw, one first down. So you love seeing that out of your tight ends. Oh, tried the fake out, but Gary was right there. 2nd and 13 on a loss of 3. Great defensive play right there, not falling for the fake. There's the go. And take down. And another handoff to Gordon. And this time he gets a couple. Gain 5. Now he cuts it down. Oh, Wilson out of the pocket, and he's extremely dangerous. And there's nobody in front of him. Gets it all the way to the 26. And that's when the Raiders should be putting a spy on Wilson. Huge run. And that's what makes Wilson great, is he doesn't run just for the sake of running, folks. He'll try to beat you with his arm first, but if you take away his throwing options, he'll run for it. And he's damn good at it. Gain of 5 on first down. As you see, 2nd and 5 at the 21 of the Raiders. And the Broncos get into the red zone at the 2. Cooper Kupp getting him 1st and goal. Kupp is killing it, folks. The Raiders are not stopping Cooper Kupp. And if I'm Goddess, I might want to trade for a shutdown corner. And Gordon gets the touchdown. All they need is an extra point to tie it. Whoever wins this game, folks, will have earned it. This was not a blowout. This was not a one-sided beating. This has been back and forth. This is like 2 hungry, scrappy boxers who want to move up the card, just beating the hell out of each other to try to get that bonus money. And we got the kickoff. And taking it out of the end zone, gets it to the 27. So I figure if the Broncos were smart, they would put a spy on Zerk. They would have somebody watching number 20 like a hawk. Because you know the ball is going to him often. And his handoff right here. Zerk again showing why. Gets it up to the 31. Gain of 4. Wait a minute. Complete. 1st and 10. Down to the 39-yard line. Hunter Renfro on the grab. Zerk again, moving the pile. And now gets 7 yards on the play. 2nd and 3. And he hand off again, and he gets the first and then some. This has been crazy. Another handoff this time. They finally stop him, but now he's at 100 yards. And the pitch out this time to Josh Jacobs. That might have been a mistake. They only lose a yard, but trying to test the outside of the Broncos defense, and it did not work. But great job by the Broncos playing that outside defense. Even though that first defender didn't get him, it gave the second one enough time to get there and make the tackle. Shotgun. And complete. But we have a flag. And the offense busted for holding. And they will be 3rd and 5 at the 42. And they get the first down to the 34. And Vegas at the Bronco 34, giving their defense a rest, which is exactly what you want to do. As we see, handoff to Zerk, but they bought the end around. He gets 8 yards on the play. Jacobs in the game, and he will get the first down. And shotgun, a handoff to Jacobs. And it looks like a lineman is hurt. As we see in the shotgun. Complete. 3rd and 4. To Waller on that catch. Empty backfield here. Oh, bobbled the pass. But they can still take a 3-point lead here. Kick is up, and it's good. 27-24 Raiders. So the Raiders get points on this drive. But now it'll be up to their defense to get the stop. As Melvin Gordon and the Broncos offense gets back onto the field. And we've got a shotgun completion. Completion by Wilson, and now Gordon's got the run. Huge run right there. And the Broncos get the first off of an explosive run by Melvin Gordon. And complete. As we see the end of the third. And the Raiders are up by 3. But the Broncos are threatening. Shotgun. And the Raiders have gotten through. Sack! The Raiders got their first sack of the game. At the start of the fourth, and they knock them back. So it's a 3rd and 18. And it gets them out of field goal range. Wilson had nowhere to go. So now they have to get a huge play here. And that's not going to do it. A short completion to Barkley is not going to get the first. So now they have to punt and prevent the Raiders from scoring at all. And that is a good way to do it. Hell of a punt. Pinning them deep. Excellent punt right there by the Broncos. And I'll straight up say it, neither one of these teams have anything to be ashamed of. As Zurich goes forward to the 14. And Carr, quick slant, gets the first. And that's all they need to do is get first downs and grind the clock. If they can get these long, sustained drives, and that is complete, but Hopkins is hurt. That is not good, folks. As we see, Zerk getting the carry and getting the first down to keep the clock moving. And if you're the Raiders, that's exactly what you want to do. Get first downs, grind the clock, give your defense a rest, and allow this offense to also be somewhat of a defense. Complete! Waller gets a yard on the catch. But that still keeps the clock moving. So that's not a bad thing, folks. And Zurich gets the handoff. 3rd and 5. Jacobs in the backfield, but Carr's got to throw it. And it's incomplete. Not what they wanted. Not what they wanted at all. And now the punt is coming. And it is out at the 20. So not great starting field position for the Broncos either. Both teams playing well on every aspect of the ball. Special teams, offense, and defense. The defense is not dominating, but getting enough plays to get their offenses in good positions. So a gain of 2 right there. And here we go. And no gain, 3rd and 8. Can the Raiders get the stop here? And they do! Great job by the defense. This has been kind of a tale of two halves, but we have a flag. A face mask. Well, it's a close game, Brandon. It's been a really close game here. The Raiders get sacked on 1st and 10. Pierce with his 2nd sack of the game. But again, that clock ticking favors the Raiders. Carr did not lose the football till he was on the ground, so. And the Raiders got Jacobs lined up, but no. 3rd and 19. And the Broncos defense, and this is one thing I question right here. Why would you put Jacobs in the game at this important of a drive? No offense to Jacobs, but he is not Zerk. Great catch on the screen, but not enough. So the punter will be out, but let's see if he can pin him deep. If he can pin the Broncos deep, that will help that Raider defense. I doubt they will be going for it. That's what I thought. They're going to try to pin him deep with the punt. Let's see. And they got... Did they stop him? They stopped him at the 20, so... Ideally, you want him inside the 20, but if you can get adjusted to the 20, you're good. Let's see what the Raiders defense can do here. Complete to Gordon, but he steps out of bounds after 4 yards. Like I said, that clock ticking down will help the Raiders at this point. And we've got 1st and 10 on the Broncos. And Russell Wilson, another completion. First, this time they're at their own 46 for 1st and 10. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Clock ticking away here, folks. And a completion to Barkley deep in the Raiders' territory. What a play right there. And the Raiders defense just caught off guard. They need a huge play here. Broncos. Barkley weaving his way through down to the 8. And the Broncos almost intercepted right there. Throws up and out. 4th and 5. Are they going to go for it here? No, they're going to take the points. Kick is up, and it's good, and we are tied again. This has been a hell of a game, folks. As Carr gets a completion out to the 32. So they essentially have 4 timeouts. Sorry about that. As you see, Jacobs get a couple on the ground, 3rd and 1. Shotgun. Carr. Complete, and they get the first. Darren Waller gets the catch and the first down to their own 45. But folks, remember, if the Raiders can drain the clock and get points, it's going to put pressure on that offense. So now 2:37 left in this game. We are tied. Complete. Edwards with the grab. And he gets some good field position. I am curious. As they get the first down to the 42. And that's the 2-minute warning. This is going to come down to the wire. But where is Warson? What is going on here? Why is Jacobs in the game? Complete. Depends on the spot. Will they get the first? Nope. 3rd and inches. Oh my Lord. Hand off to Jacobs, who gets the first down. And that forces the Broncos to use a timeout. What is going on here? Jacobs. And again. This is not what you want to do. If you're the Broncos, you do not want to have to give up these runs. And now another timeout. The Broncos have burned all their timeouts. And it's 3rd and 9, so the Raiders... And they're doing an end around? Oh, they could just let this go down. They could just let this run down the 1 second and put it under a minute. Oh my Lord. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. It's gonna be under 40 seconds. This might be for the game. The kick is up. It is good. The Broncos have 34 seconds with no timeouts to get down the field to at least tie it. Oh, this has been a nail-biter, folks. An absolute nail-biter. Cooper Kupp, an excellent game here, folks. Let's see what the Broncos have in mind here. They've got to get chunks and bunches. All right, Wilson back, complete. Oh boy, they're going to have to throw deep on this play. They cannot throw short. They have to get in field goal range. And that is it. The Broncos did not have enough time to get a field goal attempt to tie. And that is it. The Raiders get back to 500 as they knock off the Broncos. What a game! What a game! That just came down to the wire. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, whether they were here live, whether you were watching the replay. This was a hell of a game. Don't forget to check out both parts of Oblivion Wrestling Federation versus WWE. Enjoy CRW later on this evening. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hit that bell icon. Hit that like button. Hit the sub button. Thank y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.